Hi everybody, Brian here from quantlabs.net. Today in this video on Saturday, what's today's date? June 9th. Um, sorry, is that June 6th? Something like that. Anyways, Saturday. Yeah, June 6th. Okay, so what I want to go over is a lot of people have been saying, it's better to hodl long term. I've had my own personal success where I've had quote unquote bugs where positions are supposed to get closed off and they don't. And then when you rerun the bot to close out the position, usually is quite a bit higher 24 hours later. So I'm thinking, does this intraday short term type of trading really work on the long run? I'm going to show you what we had yesterday with the mega bot that I'm hoping finally working. But here's the results. Just so you know, I just got my good old Office 365 running again. So in here, we have the times that this thing was trying to take place. Now, one of the important factors that I've been hammering on is the risk on, what I call risk on, or the way to move average. And I do track that. So if you look at for the last, let's say 2-3 days, so today's June 6th, you can see here in the average every looks like every 20 minutes, hour, whatever it is. It's mostly negative downward pressure for the last few hours, barely moving. So it's fairly flat. These are probably the toughest conditions to trade in. Plus in here you can see how it's fairly negative along through here, and then it goes flat. That's up until yesterday, 2042, and then gets a little better, and then goes negative. So once again, we are in those hard trading conditions from an automated standpoint. But there's always those coins that do quite well. So what we've got here, I've got a report that I can generate on performance over the last by hour, 7 days. So this is the best performing, coins that have done well the last week. So it's all sorted by week here for the 7-day change. So I don't expect a lot to be doing well, but there are always some that do quite well. So I have here ZIL that I've seen quite a bit. VET, GTO I've mentioned a few days ago. Cardano's been doing okay. Let's see what else. Kava's another one that's been doing okay. XLM, and then not so much here, but there's this one as well. So it got me thinking here. If I show you the most recent performance thing here. So there's a number of criteria that these bots have got to go through to be able to make the cut to even have entry potential. But then there's always the market conditions that go against these positions here. So this is the profit, so it's negative, most of them. But what's interesting is when you look at these ones here and compare them against the performers, how are they doing overall? So if I do a search for Dash, let's say, here I just got to rearrange some windows. So again, this is on a 7-day performance. So here we have Dash at let's see here. So we want column Q. So it'll be right here. So it's barely moving there. But some of the other ones show way more promise. So again, if I look at, let's say BTT, okay, so if I show BTT, what do we have here? No, BTT, I don't know why I can't find BTT. If it's not there, I'm not going to kill myself. BTT. Okay, so I'm going to move on. So we have OMG, but this one VET, is no, I want to say, yeah, here it is. Vet right here. That's vet. So that's this one right here. So if I look at the 7-day performance, where's column Q? So it's up 62% for the year, and it's 22% for the week, uh, which that's pretty damn good. So I'm not going to make my comment yet. We have here, we looked at dash, vet, BTT. So if only I could find this BTT here. That's really getting, oh, here it is. So it's not doing too bad as well. Um, so for column Q, that's up looks like around 9.95% up, or maybe 10% for the week. Okay, so that's pretty good. So my point is, as even though it looks like it's going to be a failing trade, it's a signal that the overall that coin is moving for the day. Now, if I was to sort this by hour, let's see what kind of hourly move we get. So I know there's a 30-day right here. So you can see here it's moved 0.91. Let's say if we can find the vet. So vet was moving. So if I try to show that, I think that's up 0.15, and then GTO was another one yesterday. That's negative, but you can see here the 7-day, that's up 21%. Cardano I've seen a lot recently. That one's been doing pretty good. So that's up around 20%. So here's my point. So as we are generating more signals, I think they show that they're moving, but at that instance when I'm trying to capture the trading opportunity, I'll probably lose money, as you can see here. But if I somehow slow down the bot to maybe hourly or every 4 hours, chances are I could make money by looking at a couple of things, namely at this spreadsheet here, which I have data for, and then this one on a shorter term basis for basically for just to analyze what's moving at that time. So if I go look at Dash again, let me just see how Dash has been performing. Let's see here. So it's always helpful to be able to, oh, here we go, Dash. So you can see here, so we want column Q. Yeah, I'm so horrible at Excel. Okay, so that helps. Okay, so we are up 0.11%. We are not doing too good on the long-term basis, but for the short term, it's doing okay. So what I want to do is, why don't we go over to Trading View and see how these are performing on a 1-day performance. So if I go BTT, BTT, so it looks like we only have, so some of these, depending upon the stable coin it trades against, so we only have BTT Bitcoin. I'm not sure. Let me see what the pair that was for, because that might be BTT. So it's USDT. So that's the stable coin it's trading against. BTT, USDT. That could be similar. That's on Kraken. BTT. Guess I have no choice but to choose that one. Okay, BTT. Come on. Wow. BTT. Was a T. I'm not doing too good today as usual. So I don't know what's going on with this trading view. BTT USDT. Okay, we'll take that one. Okay. Come on. All right. If anyone's got comments on, so obviously you can see here it's getting clobbered, but it is moving up. So it's 0.002972 all the way up. Yeah, that's moving. So let's see what the, so you're at 0.003215 and it peaked at 315, and then you have the buy signal on an intraday. So this does look like it is valid. Then there's OMG. I didn't check the OMG on the overall performance here. OMG. Okay, won't matter. But let's see how that's been doing in the world of, I don't know if it's 0MG, OMG. Okay, I'm going to assume it's against USDT. Just get an overall performance here. I just want to see if there's any validity in this theory that I'm coming up with. I think there would be by the looks of it. So you can see it's moved up quite a bit, OMG. I mean, you won't get this kind of move, but let's see how the 1 day's been doing. Not bad. That's pretty good. So you got 1.6 to 1.76. No mathematician here, but that's a pretty good little spike considering we are in a flat market, as I showed you in the risk on, with most of it downward pressure. So that's a pretty good performance considering that. Let's see what else we got here in the P&L. So we have BTT. BTT. I think we looked at that. The next one we'll look at is VET. USDT. This one's been coming up a lot on my lists of entry potential. As you can see here, it's done quite well from 0.002 all the way up to, wow, that's quite the hike. 0.007. Yeah, it's quite good. So here we are, daily 0.006 all the way up to 0.0073. So that's a spike. But here's where the problems that goes up comes down. So this is potentially a form of manipulation. I can't say, but that's pretty good performance. So that's definitely valid. I haven't looked at Dash yet either. So I'll look at Dash here on Trading View. And we will do one more USDT, Binance. So let's see here what we got. So it's it's a buy, 1 day view. See, it's pretty choppy. That's pretty hard to trade. But on a 5 day, it's flat. 1 month, it's doing okay. 3 month, this is not an exciting coin to put into. But I like those two other coins. So who knows? This might be an interesting strategy to work with. To use the signaling that I've got for these entries you can see here. To know what to trade, timing's one thing, and notification on when to get in and out is the other. um, because the sub-minute, 5 minute is too choppy, and when you take on the positions, they are usually not doing too good. That's especially in this kind of market where it's flat, mostly downward moving. So, in order to make money, I think you have to slow down that strategy. Uh, when you have your weighted moving average moving up over, you can see how often it's doing it. It has to hit at least uh, 1 point something. And you can see how far back you have to go to get that. So right here, so that last time it did that was here 4 days ago. And how often does it do it? Not very. But when it gets into that market condition where it is moving over 1.5, this strategy here, whatever you trade, will make money because you have the upward momentum, the strong upward momentum going in your favor, and then you can measure when to get out. The problem is there's not enough strong momentum in the market to really make it sustainable where you can consistently make good, decent profit, unlike where it was a year ago or 2 years ago in the market. So when it changes, you're gonna have to. I think you're gonna have to slow down and do more hodling. Let me know what you think. You think it's a valid strategy? I think a lot of people do think it's a pretty valid strategy. But we'll leave it at that. And thanks for watching. And we shall talk to you later. Have a good day.